to our presentation on the economic sustainability of Sandy Springs, Georgia. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore three key indicators that determine sustainability: the community, education, and healthcare, and living standards. Before we begin, there's general information to go over. The current GDP of Georgia is 94.3 billion, showing a 2.4% growth rate in 2025, contributing to GDP growth and industry diversity. Our research began with a thorough analysis of Sandy Springs redevelopment projects, which included the Avalon Project, rural projects, mega projects like residential units and retail space, and developmental areas like new commercial parcels, and improving transit by adding pedestrian connections. The Avalon Project will increase housing options and help preserve and attract jobs at the mid-entry level. North Place, as part of a large developmental project, is the 10-story office building. Mason House Hotel is another project which will have a 242-room hotel and conference center. A mega project was the completion of Perimeter Center West, a new 5-tower office project with 1,600 residential units and retail space, which will further provide for the community. In Abernethy, office spaces, retail, and hotel projects are another project. The biggest developmental area transformed was the Peachtree Dunwoody Road into a Costco Home Depot site, providing an urban district for consumers and a place to seek employment. Future Northridge MARTA station will also produce a high-capacity transit for developmental opportunities. Now let's turn to education. According to the Prosperity Now scorecard, high school graduation rates reached 79.4%, ranking 44th lowest in the United States. Sandy Springs has the third high-ranked high school and the 9th-ranked middle school in the state. 68.7% will occupy a bachelor's degree or higher. Focusing on healthcare access is fair, but there's only one major clinic in town. Georgia is one of the poorest in the country. 16% of residents are uninsured, and more than 11% of Georgia's low-income children are uninsured. Specialized medical services require travel, which pose challenges for the elderly and low-income families. The city is home to several of the South's most famous and elite medical institutions, so although resources are available, not everyone can afford them. About 10% or 7,000 individuals work in the healthcare industry, and since 2023, the city has shown a higher concentration of healthcare employment. Our third indicator is living standards. This includes work-life balance, income levels, and inflation. In general, Georgia does well in business and job categories, including micro-enterprise ownership rate, business ownership by race, and business ownership by gender.
Employment opportunities are stable, though limited. To few main industries, most jobs offer a healthy work-life balance and support emotional well-being. Sandy Springs also has an employment and labor market sustainability, a workforce with higher labor opportunities for skilled and unskilled workers. Unemployment rates didn't keep up with regional job growth since COVID pandemic, going from 12.3% to 5.3%. Retail market in Sandy Springs is challenged by proximity to demand for appeal. Businesses drive the retail market. This means demand growth for existing businesses is generated by new resident growth around existing commercial nodes. Next, I will discuss the price level of the area, which correlates with unemployment, businesses, and jobs. Recent and current market trends place high value on live work paid employment centers. The millennial and baby boomer generations are disproportionately larger than the working generations, meaning working generations will seek similar accommodations in working environments. Long-term market sustainability is influenced by the extent to which Sandy Springs embraces development or redevelopment in its existing employment centers. The amount earned will affect the affordability of individuals. The cost of living prevents inflation, deflation, and maintains purchasing power. Affordable housing and essential goods ensure economic stability for individuals. The hourly pay is $26. Entry-level positions range from $12 to $39. The per capita income is $82,000 and the median household income is $110,000. Income levels and wealthy distribution in Sandy Springs, Georgia, promotes rising median incomes and balanced income distribution that can reduce poverty and support consumer spending. 7.1% of the population is below the poverty line. Inflation rates are lower than the national average. Inflation rates stood at 2.0%, lower than the 1.8%. In 2020, the overall inflation rate, including food and energy, was 1.6%, while it was 2.0% when these categories were excluded. In 2020, the Consumer Price Index increased 1.1% from April to June. Food and energy advanced 2% for the past year, and 0.8% for all food and energy rose from April to June. In conclusion, Sandy Springs is a promising example of a town with solid sustainability potential with strategic improvements, and it can serve as a model for similar communities. So these indicators relate to sustainability because they include living standards and the overall prices for the consumer will drop and the economy will then rise. Thank you for listening. We hope this presentation gave you insights into the economic sustainability of Sandy Springs and why it deserves attention and support for future development. Citations and sources.